Howdy, 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 my darling Sagittarius. How you doing today, friend? Let's get into your weekly tarot reading for June 2023, friend, and see what's manifesting for y'all, what is going on in y'all's life, all right? So if you do enjoy this tarot reading, obviously, if you want to, Sagittarius, check out your Sun, Moon, and your Rising, darling. But let's just get right into your tarot reading here today, all right? You have the Five of Cups coming in as your first card here, Sagittarius. So this reads to me of where you are needing, like where you had to make a really hard choice with something. And it's a choice that not a lot of people are going to understand, but it's a choice that you know is for the best for you. I do get the sense of where you guys are needing to, like, where you needed to release yourself from something here, right? In the name of finding yourself more, perhaps, or in the name, Sagittarius, of building like I get like this message here of like building like your own empire, or like building, it's like something that you needed to do because you have self-respect for yourself, Sagittarius. Something in that way there. And so I could easily see this in a way where it's like perhaps you needed to like leave like a group, because I feel like if it's in a social way for you, Sagittarius, I feel like it's more than one person that you needed, like perhaps it's like a group of people that you needed to just move on from, not because of where it's like they're, you know, I mean, you have your reasonings for it, but it's like I feel like people are going to try to make it personal, but for you it's not personal whatsoever. It's just because like you're on your own path, you're of self-discovery, you're on this path of, you know, like finding yourself, but also again, I get like the sense of where it's like because you respect yourself, like there's this level of where you would rather be alone, or you would rather leave a situation rather than make a personal sacrifice of your own being. I don't know, it's an interesting message there. In a work or career way, I feel as if you're getting pointed into a direction, Sagittarius, of more independence, probably perhaps in a way where it's like maybe you're working a 9 to 5 and you're at this point now where it's like you feel like you're not being appreciated or respected. And so in the name of you having self-respect, you're just like, you know what, I know I can take my presence somewhere else where they would actually appreciate me and treat me as the emperor that I am. Now obviously genders don't matter, darling, look at me. So yeah, I feel like you are making a hard choice of something that you're not happy that it had to be this way, but you also understand that you come first. Sagittarius comes first, and whether people want to paint you as selfish or what have you, that's their prerogative. But you already know why it is you're doing what it is that you need to do, and that's more important to you. So I celebrate you in that. That takes a lot of self-awareness, Sagittarius. Naturally, you have this Queen of Pentacles coming in here, right? The Queen of Pentacles is a card that she can come off as selfish, she can come off as self-centered, but it's more so a sense of where I always like to describe the Queen of Pentacles as the same as, like, you know, when you're on an airplane and before they take off, they do like the whole mask thing where it's like put your oxygen mask on before you give out to anyone else's. That's kind of like the Queen of Pentacles. You don't have to be told twice in that way, where it's like, yep, I'm sure yeah, you know, you don't even need to hear about the justification. You're just like, yeah, of course I'm going to do that, right? And something that I feel I want you to get more comfortable with, Sagittarius, because I see you as you develop on your path here. You either might deal with people trying to once again make you feel bad about you having personal, like, self-respect. I don't know why, like, self-respect seems to be such a major point. Have you felt as if you've been disrespected or just not appreciated, Sagittarius? Anyways, here, like, I can really see, like, as you get more and more confident and comfortable with yourself, other people are going to try to project onto you, Sagittarius, and be like, oh, like, you know, you're a bad person, you know, da 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 da. When you just need to have this deeper understanding with yourself, Sagittarius, of where something that I always like to share with folks when I find it necessary, Sagittarius, is that when you are a good person and good things happen to you, all that's going to happen is you're going to do more good in the world, right? So for example, when I come into a bunch of money, my ultimate goal is to be able to have a charity, a foundation where I'm able to help people's mental health, where I'm able to, you know, pay for people's to get therapy, right? And so I'm completely comfortable with my relationship with wanting to be successful, because even though it can be painted as a vapid thing and other people who don't know me could be like, oh, you're just like an attention seeker, da, 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 da. Darling, that's okay. You can think what you want to think, because I know my purpose. I know what it is I'm trying to accomplish. You may just see it as this vapid thing of views and subscribers and fulfilling an ego. And that's fine. I don't care, because I know, as my Queen of Pentacles, I know what it is I'm trying to build. And so I hope you take that with you as well, Sagittarius, so you don't have this sense of shame around wanting more respect, wanting more success and what have you, right? It's like you're deserving of this here, right? So don't allow lesser people to make you feel bad about it, right? I always hated it when people try to like talk about how money is like an evil thing. It's like money isn't like an evil thing. It's a tool. And depending on who's using that tool, it can be for good or for evil. Right. And so when people say it's like, oh, it's an evil thing, that kind of just, to me personally, I'm just like, I don't know where your head is at. And I don't want to deal with that. You know, like that's your, those are your demons to be unpacking. Right. And so let's continue on here, Sagittarius. You have the Queen of Swords in the reverse, as well as the Knight of Wands. Now, I always say I do read reversals, Sagittarius. I just don't feel the need to hold the cards upside down for you to see the message or to take in the message here. Very specific message, Sagittarius. In a social way, you would see the Knight of Swords. You got two court cards. So in a social way, you would see the Knight of Wands. You could see it as yourself because the Wands is fire energy. You're a fire sign. But I actually see you as the Queen of Swords. And that Knight of Wands trying to approach you, trying to connect to you. I won't be surprised, Sagittarius, on your journey. You're going to meet some new folks around you. The main message I get there is don't judge a book by its cover. All right. Because I do get the sense of someone that is very youthful or very playful. And I get like this message for you where you see them, you're just like, oh, they're not mature enough or they're not ready for someone like me or whatever. Don't judge a book by its cover, because I feel like this Knight of Wands has a lot more depth than what one would anticipate, because you have it in the reverse here. Your spiritual team is saying it's like, hey, you can put your sword down. It's safe to allow this person in to connect to them, right? In more of a career financial way here, Sagittarius, this is more so challenging you in the sense of putting your sword down, not feeling as if you need to be on guard and be at your very best and just super professional, never show any emotion type of thing here. This is like a message of not being afraid of being more playful and allowing your Knight of Wands youthful energy to explore this here. All right. And I understand in one sense here, Sagittarius, where sometimes you need, when you're about your business, there's a time where you need to put your business hat on and just no fun and games, right? That's how I was for a long time. And I still am that way. But for example, if I were to use this for myself here, I recently went through this journey with this Queen of Swords and Knight of Wands, right? When you have that in the reverse, it's like you don't have to be so serious. You don't have to be so guarded. It's okay to just let your personality shine through. It's not going to stop your success. So how I went through this just recently, my regular Sagittariuses will probably tell you in the comments that, like, my style of reading, well, not my style, but like how I've been approaching doing tarot readings now compared to even like a couple months ago or like way in the past, you see a lot more. You can even check it yourself, right? You see a lot more of my personality now. It's never that a sense of where I was insecure about presenting my personality. It is more so, I don't know. It was like a switch in my head where I'm just like, I don't care how people, like I just don't care. Like if I want to make a joke, if I want to what have you, like I don't feel this need to just be like, I'm this perfect spiritual person, very, very poised. I can give that when I want to give that, but why do I need to present like I'm this super poised person all the time when it's not, right? And because I've stopped being poised and just allowed my personality to shine through, if I want to sneeze on it, I'm going to sneeze and not feel the need to edit it out type of thing. The views, like the results I've gotten from my videos have been so much better compared to before, right? And it's just through the simple switch of me just allowing my personality to shine through more rather than just being very professional, even though I don't feel like I've ever presented super professional, Sagittarius, but you get what I mean. Like I'm just a lot less afraid of showcasing the personality here. You have the Nine of Pentacles here. This is just reinforcing the same message I was just saying, Sagittarius. The Nine of Pentacles, very powerful card for those that are getting self-employed. Perhaps this is the journey that you're on now, where you're being guided to realizing that you're not good at being another person. Like you're not good at having a boss. Like you are better off being the boss in a type of situation. And so I do feel for you where I feel like a lot of you Sagittariuses are getting pushed to the point of taking a risk in evolving yourself into doing a craft that you feel personally passionate about. And it may be something that would be seen as silly or what have you, but for you, this is the right choice. Like, I really do feel like you're on the right path here, Sagittarius. The only thing that I'm a little bit worried about for you is that how the outside world or how society will apply so much shame to somebody that chooses to be confident, because they'll make confidence being narcissistic or liking yourself as being cocky, or what have you. They always like to people like to project like these negative connotations to people who like are just who just like themselves, right? And so to me, Sagittarius, Nine of Pentacles and High Priestess, another side message here: some of you guys are ignoring your intuition, or you're ignoring your spiritual team, and bypassing it as like where it's just like, oh, I'm projecting myself into a situation, right? How you would see this is like, maybe you've been feeling called to starting a business, but then you start telling yourself in your head, being like, oh, I'm being irrational, da, 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 like that's not what I'm meant to be doing. No, some of y'all are just ignoring spiritual signs because you don't want to admit it to yourself where the next chapter is for you. All right, so don't be shy about it. This is your time to really just ultimately shine here, Sagittarius. All right, so we're going to pull a couple more cards to see if there's anything else for us to be unpacking. And then I'm not taking these. And then we'll see, we'll just end this tarot reading, Sagittarius. So if there's anything else that y'all need to hear today, Eight of Wands, y'all are definitely having some travel or movement coming in here. All right, definitely career wise. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you guys do make some long-term plans of moving. And then we have here the Two of Swords. Now this card is in the reverse as well. So it's like, yeah, some of y'all have made the choice, Sagittarius, and committing to finally doing a change. It's like you have said to yourself now, it's like you didn't like the path or trajectory that your life was going in. And so I see you guys finally committing to the path of changing lanes here. And I'm really happy for you. This is the best thing that you guys could possibly this is the best thing that y'all could possibly be doing for your life. I don't know why I was struggling saying that. But yeah, again, Magician card coming in here. Y'all know what you're doing here, Sagittarius, right? All I can really tell you guys is don't be ignoring your spiritual messages, or don't be ignoring your intuition right now. You guys are very much so in tune with the spiritual world right now, and I feel like some of you guys might be downplaying it as you being irrational or something else, and it's not the case at all. You're very in tune with your spiritual team and like the blueprint that I have for you. Like, you are really right on the mark here. All right, my friends, so don't ignore those signs. All right, so I love you so much, Sagittarius. Hopefully something in here resonated. If it did, you already know what to do, darling. Bye, Saggy.